family, friends, and everybody out there in the land. My name is Cynthia, last name Manuel. I have a youth organization called Heavenly Sent Youth. I've been in existence for probably two years or more, but really just got the ball rolling um, during this pandemic. So much has happened. We've been out for a while due to the COVID-19 and all this other stuff. So first I want to say I send my deepest condolence to all of those who passed away during this stressful time, and um, just wishing special blessings and peace and happiness to all those who've been affected by this. And so, with that being said, again, Heavenly Sent Youth is the name of the organization, and I got started in 2018, like I just said. And I think what got the program started was I have a 12-year-old son, and growing up, with being the only kid, it's kind of rough for the parents to try to maneuver and do things that kids want to do, if you should say. So, I would take my son to all these different places, and some of his friends want to come along, and family and friends would come along, and before I knew it, I was housing or hanging out or moving around with 5 or 6, 7, 8 youth. And so I decided to come up with an organization to whereas I can, do more and have a worldwide name and put myself out there so others can see what we're doing and even include their kids. So with that being said, over this 6 or 7 month pandemic, I bought a horse. I've always had a passion for horses. And so I went and bought a horse. And from that, many doors have opened for me. I've met so many wonderful people, partnered with so many horse lovers, and even with the horse that I bought, I've had total strangers come out of nowhere wanting to help. So I thank God for them reaching out to me, trying to aid in me raising a 1.5-year-old male horse who his name is Chance. So with that being said, I got Chance. These kids were so excited about him. I can't ride him yet, of course, because he's a baby. So I put my head together with a couple other organizations, Love Teaching Youth, Officer King over at the 9th District, and she helped me out and made our dream come true. So I took about 30 kids on a charter bus to Kalos Ranch. Glenda, she owns that. And the kids did everything from horse riding to eating berries off a berry tree. They drank water from a water well. She also has a solar panel house out there where the kids got to see what the house looked like without electricity. And she had swings out there, and the kids just had a ball. It was fun. I mean, the kids were able to just be free and be kids and not worry about, all the things that's going on in their neighborhood. So in short, I took them out of their comfort zone and showed them something different. And I really do believe if you take a kid out of their comfort zone and expose them to different, I think they'll have a different outlet on life and or would detour from the negative things that are out there in the world. We often talk about the kids doing things that kids shouldn't do, violence and all this other stuff. But, I mean, when you look at the bigger picture, there's really nothing else for these kids to do. The park districts and some of these aftercares are at a price that, a single parent or a single mother can't afford. So, the mother is working, the kids are left home doing, whatever it is that they do. That's why so many kids are hooked on this Fortnite, because it's hard. Like, even for myself, I'm working, and then my son is, he's pretty much idle, so there's really much that he can do other than play the game and some of the chores. But I can't be on him, every minute of the day. So now I'm like, okay, what do I do? So what I decided to do, so I started this organization, and again, like I mentioned, during this pandemic, I was idle, so I'm like, okay, I got to figure something out. So every day from August till September, Friday, we have done some amazing things with the kids. We have entrepreneurship classes, where I think our first class was, we taught the kids how to mow lawns. And so that was so cool. The kids loved that. That was a total different experience from that. And then from there, I'm going to start a Heavenly Sent Youth lawn service. So all the kids that participated, we're going to get them together and go out, and do some senior houses and just give them that skill. Also, what else we did? I think we did fishing one day, one Friday. We did fishing. This past Friday, we did golf. Today, we were supposed to do tennis, but time didn't allow that. So I think we're going to do tennis tomorrow. For more information, you can look us up at Heavenly Sent Youth on Facebook. That's Heavenly Sent Youth on Facebook, or my Facebook name, which is Cynthia Manuel on Facebook. I also have a website that's in the process of being totally complete, so that's going to take a little time. And so we have so much in store for the kids. So much in store. Like I mentioned, we did golf, we did bowling with the cop, we did fishing, we did. What else did we do? I mean, we've done so much. We did a clean and green. We went to a garden, and the kids picked, and they picked, what was it? I think they picked weeds out of the garden, and they planted fruit and vegetables, and some of the boys, it was so cool to have them push the barrel of dirt and bring it to us where we smoothed it out. So all these things that I'm doing with the kids, I'm exposing them to different and pretty much taking them outside of their comfort zone. Also, what was imperative during this time when law enforcement were in the news, I am bridging the gap with the youth and law enforcement. Just so they can see the law enforcement outside of their clothes and interacting with them, close and personal, and asking them questions. So again, I thank Officer King for that part that she plays in the organization. Also, we're bridging the gap with different diversity. So we've got kids from back of the woods, we got kids from Chinatown, we got kids from North Lawndale, the west side, we got kids from the south side, Inglewood. So we're putting them all together in a space and just showing them different. And they're so appreciative of it. I have so many videos on Facebook. Kids talked about their experience. Like one of the kids, it was his birthday, so Officer King surprised him with a pizza party at Connie's Pizza. We got him cake and ice cream. And yeah, I mean, we just, again, like I said, every Friday up until school starts, we have events lined up for them. I'm also in the process of getting getting a job lead page. So real soon you guys will see on Facebook Heavenly Sent Youth job lead page, as well as events that's happening. Because again, with this pandemic and the kids doing remote learning, there's pretty much there's nothing for them to do, outside of social distancing. So we do practice social distance. Let me put that out there. We deal with about 15 or so kids, and all our events are pretty much outside, spread it out. And I think we've been bowling twice. And with the bowling, they rented out the entire bowling alley, and I think we had 4 kids, according to their families, in different lanes, spread it out and abroad. So also, I want to send a special shout out to South Suburban Ranch. That's Cheeks Devin, and he's gonna kill me. I forgot his name. Charge it to my head, not my heart. But anyhow, they've been instrumental in helping me with my horse. Dreadhead Cowboy just had a parade not too long ago, a march. I'm sorry, and Cheeks, and they guided me on my horse at the parade. So that was pretty cool for me to ride a horse down 79th Street, I think it was. So that was an experience I'll never forget. So with that being said, we also have a fun day coming up. And what this fun day will consist of, no, family fun day. So what this will consist of, we're going to find families. We want this to be a family event where we're going to have families compete in small games like soccer, baseball, basketball, and whatever else we can think about. So we've got horses coming out for this event. We've got a DJ, food, giveaways for the kids. Just pretty much bridging the gap, I guess, with families as well. So it's all about bridging gaps and exposing kids to different. And so, with that being said, again, you can find us at Heavenly Sent Youth on Facebook, or my page, Cynthia Manuel, at Facebook as well. Our website is in the works, so we're getting that together, dotting the I's and crossing the T's, because there's so much that we have to do and so much you want to do with the kids. And, it's to a point to where I'm having parents calling me like, oh, when's the next event? When's the next event? When's the next event? And we're also teaching, we're going to be teaching a variety of things. Mentorship, a lot of these kids are, just pretty much trying to find their way. And, I thank God for the people that we have in our circle, that some of the girls or guys, we talk to them, you know, see what's going on, how they feel about not being in school, what type of activities they are interested in, because I think we did a questionnaire where we asked the kids some of the things that they wanted to do. So we're also trying to execute every adventure or every event or sport or talent that these kids want to be able to do to channel their energy in a positive way. So we're working behind the scenes to get that up and running for the kids. So we're definitely looking for partnership. Anybody, it takes a village. So, we want resources and anyone that can add, to what we're doing or want to be a part. Any kid that's interested will soon be able to go on the registration form, the mom, and fill out, the information. And we're taking we take all kids. I mean, we don't discriminate. I think we're starting at probably 8, because at 8, at least they can move around. I don't want to be babysitting or running up behind small kids. So that's why we put a cap on that. But we go as far as, up to 18. And I believe that if we give kids something positive to do, honestly, I think it'll change their outlook, like I stated before. So many kids have this channel energy with no outlet. And so as parents, you have to create outlets for these kids. And I promise you, you'll see, a difference and give them something to do. To whereas, we ain't got to worry about them being in trouble and all that other stuff. So again, we got a Heavenly Cynt youth lawn mowing business service, or however you may word it, coming up. It was so cool because I remember when we first talked about, I'm like, let's teach the kids how to mow lawn. And so the kids was like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. This boring. We don't want to do that. And so we were able to practice, if you should say. I think there were 4 seniors on the south side, 80, 90, 100, and grass was, pretty high. And so we took a couple of lawnmowers. I think, first of all, I want to thank everybody who reached out to me in regards to a lawnmower. And Kim and Sons for her kids coming out, showing our kids, and Mr. King for showing our kids how to get that lawnmower going. Because it was my first time too, and I really enjoyed it. And as I was saying, after the kids, they got their little 5-10 minutes, they were running back, oh, can I get another turn? Can I get another turn? And it was just so cool to see, those kids applying themselves to something as simple and that they really enjoyed, doing the lawnmower. And so from that, one of the seniors came out and she was so happy to see the kids working and, that we took the time out, that we're taking the time out to teach them these things and, even did their lawn for free. She invited us to her house. So I'm talking to her, and she's like, yeah, I got a big pool in the back of the yard. So I'm like, a pool? So I go back there, and she's got this humongous pool that's back there. And so I called the kids over, and, she talked to them about the importance of, being respectful and, the fact that she wished she had what we're offering the kids, opportunities to show them different and expose them to different. And they were so attentive, and so we're looking forward to that event in her backyard, with a few of the kids that participated. And, it's funny because in the beginning we get a lot of kids that that won't participate. Also, right before it crossed my mind, we also did, we've partnered with the South Shore Drill Team. So some of the kids, I think we took about 6, 7 kids over there, and they, did a practice with the drill team. And of course, when we were sitting there and watching the little guys and girls tossing the guns up in the air, the kids like, oh, that's boring. I don't want to do that. I don't do that. So I had to encourage a couple of kids, just go ahead and try it. You don't know if you like it until you try it. So I continuously have to tell it to kids. And of course, after the session was over with, she really enjoyed that. And we'll be back doing that. So again, South Shore Drill Team, we did golf, fishing, bowling, tennis, baseball. So we got so many activities and events lined up. Again, every Friday, contingent upon the weather, we're going to be doing something different with these kids. Something different. Also, we have a learn to, we're going to teach the kids how to make their own shirts, something like what I got on. So we got that class coming up. So we'll be putting out registration for that. We can only take so many kids. So we're going to do, again, the T-shirt. We did the lawnmowing for entrepreneur. Also, we're planning a black tie event. I'm really excited about that because with this event, prior to this event, we're going to teach the kids to set up a dinner table. And so a lot of kids probably don't know anything outside of going to these fast food restaurants or probably haven't been in a restaurant, where it's fine dining. So I'm excited because I have an extensive background with culinary and work for a catering company where we had to set up a room for 500 people. So we got that class coming up, and the black tie event is gonna be an event where we are gonna have the kids serving the food. All the kids have to be dressed up, boys in slacks and a bow tie, same with girls. And so we're just gonna show them again outside of what the norm, because for the most part, kids do what they see. So and in neighborhoods or whatever however you wanna call it, most folks are wearing Jordans and all the latest name brand gym shoes and designer clothes and all that. And so that's pretty much, what the kids see. So, we do what we see. So we want to take them outside of the box. And I can just imagine the kids right now fussing to me, oh, I ain't putting on this, I ain't putting on that. But I deal with that all the time. But in the end, they'll see, that this is definitely what's needed. Because, like I tell my son, you can't get a good job, or I wouldn't say couldn't get a good job, but appearance is everything. You can't wear the gym shoes and the jeans all the time. When you're going on interviews, you have to dress the part. And so, again, that's another thing that we're going to teach the kids, the older kids, of course, how to dress for an interview skills, and pretty much prepare them for job readiness. So I'm excited about what's in store for Heavenly Cynt and all of our partners. They've been so instrumental in helping me achieve my mission, and we're making a lasting impact on these kids. Again, we are definitely looking for partnerships because we can't do it alone. We need help. We need help with these kids, and we would like to expose more kids to different stuff. I think we got the museum coming up probably in the up and coming weeks, and I think it's a black museum. It's on 100 and something street. I was able to meet the guy that oversees that, and that's something else that we're going to expose the kids to. So again, the object is to expose the kids, create a fun, safe atmosphere, a safe haven for the kids. We're teaching them how to engage socially and emotionally through a bunch of these activities. I know, just for instance, golf may seem like just golf, but there's more to golf than just golf. So with golf, on the golf court, thinking about basketball, on a golf setting, it requires patience, it requires timing, it requires eye and hand coordination. You have to be respectful of others that are out there. You have to be calm, cool, and relaxed. And so, again, it's more to just us just saying. Same thing with fishing. Fishing is a real laid-back sport, time consuming. And so, in Chicago or in the city, everything is fast-paced. So at the end of the day, these kids are learning, more than just the actual sport or activity. There's more to this. We're going to also teach them conflict and resolution. We got people coming in to teach them just a variety of any and everything that I can pretty much think of. I don't have a set schedule of things that I want to do. I just, after interacting with the kids, I see what it is they like. As I'm going about my day, I see things that, something quick that they can pick up on, or something that I can add to the to the roster, or to the plan, and then I just execute it. I get with my partners and say, hey, what do you guys think about this? And, you know, it's been awesome. I'm excited about what's ahead. Also, special thanks to Kiana Owens. She had did a partner with Jennifer Hudson and Julia King, and she called me, and before I knew it, she was delivering book bags to all of the kids. So I'm so grateful for people that think of us. And just one other thing, just for anybody that's listening, just know that follow your dream is what I tell the youth. There's a million of us doing all type of things with the youth, and so at the end of the day, it's about the youth. And as long as we keep the youth our main focus, we will prosper. I think is when we make it about I, is when we start losing focus of everything. My focus has always been the youth. It shows, again, my Facebook page is full of everything that I've said I'm going to do with the youth, and pictures and videos. And I have a video of the kids talking about their experience. And, I was talking to one of the girls, and I asked her, I said, what would you be doing if you went with us? And she said, well, I'd probably be sitting at home doing nothing, bored. I look forward to Fridays because we're learning, and you're exposing us to different stuff. A lot of stuff that I'd never done and didn't think that I would ever do. I'm realizing that I like this, and so I appreciate. And so with that being said, that's just fuel for me to continue to do what I'm doing. As tired as I be, I'm working 10-hour days, Monday through Thursday, and then on Fridays, I spend my days pretty much all day with the kids, with the exception of today, because I had some stuff to do. Actually, there are some kids right now doing a basketball event. So, and I think after this we have to, I guess, do tennis. I promised them tennis, and so that's what we have to do today. So, also a late start. I had some stuff to do, but again, I thank everybody who's always willing to lend a helping hand. For my partners, because they've been extremely instrumental. Without them, half this stuff wouldn't be possible. Everybody that reach out when I'm doing something, I have people inboxing me saying, oh, I got this, I got that. And so I'm just real appreciative for them. Also, appreciative for CAN TV for giving me this platform to be able to talk about what I'm doing with the youth. My family for supporting me. And so, with that being said, again, this Friday, I believe we are getting ready for our big family fun event, which will take place in Back of the Yards. So for more information, if you want to be a part of that, again, you can go to Heavenly Cynt Youth on Facebook, or Cynthia Manuel on Facebook, and you will see all of our up and coming and past events that we're doing with the kids. And also, like I said, stay tuned for our youth job lead. We have some youth, I think 18, 19, that work with us. That hang out with us. And, we want to be able to provide something at the end of the day. We can talk till we blue in the face. We can do all these marches. We can do all this stuff. But not until you put something positive in these kids' laps and let them be able to move around with that. And that's why, again, the entrepreneurship classes that we're doing, again, that's what made me think about this job lead event page, to whereas, the kids that are interested in jobs, there'll be a place that they can go, and, we'll help them get whatever's needed for the job. And Officer King, she has a bunch of, a bunch of people. And so, so just looking forward to that. We want to help the kids be productive citizens, give them something to do, keep them busy. We all know an idle mind is a devil workshop. So as long as these kids sitting around doing nothing, they're going to continue to repeat the same cycle. So again, when you show them different, they'll do different. Just like, with adults. If we are doing the same thing every day, then we're getting the same results. So kids got a little more energy and way more time to get caught up in a lot of this stuff. So I thank God for giving me the vision to want to help the youth do some different stuff. So until then, I thank God for, again, giving me this vision. And until then, I'll see you guys next week. See you guys next week. Again, Heavenly Saint Youth, Facebook, or Cynthia Manuel at Facebook. And again, from our website that's up and won't be finalized probably until the end of this month, you can still catch us at Heavenly Saint Youth and Cynthia Manuel with all the up and coming events. And pretty soon, I said, like, the website should be up and running. So I'm working on that around the clock to make sure I get that out, because that'll be instrumental in what that I have going.